Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kailin and I post videos every single Saturday with a few sprinkled in between. I post mainly about eating disorder recovery and intuitive eating, and this is a safe place for everybody. So if that interests you, feel free to click onto that subscribe button, and you can also turn on that little bell icon if you want to be notified every single time that I upload. But I'm really excited for today's video. I really wanted to find a way to include some of my friends, so some of you, into videos like this, and I know you guys love seeing what I eat in a week videos and what I eat in a day and all those kinds of fun things. So I will be starting a new series on this channel where one of you gets to be featured in a video, and you'll be able to choose some fun recipes for me to try. So when it comes to breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then also maybe a snack or a dessert that you would love for me to try, it's just a fun way for me to integrate you and to thank you for supporting me, and also to try out some fun new recipes. So the first person to be featured in this series is a beautiful, wonderful girl named Lisa, and I'm gonna let her introduce herself right here. I'm gonna put a little clip of her introducing herself, but she is absolutely stunning and gorgeous, and I am so glad that she was chosen to be the first one featured in this series. I'm gonna watch at the same time, so let me get her.
Hi everyone, I'm Lisa, I'm 20 years old and I live in Germany. I'm currently working as a goldsmith, and I'm really happy that I was able to turn my hobby into my job. I also really love doing yoga and baking, and I hope that Kailin will enjoy all the recipes that I chose for today.
Is she not the cutest little bean that you've ever seen? She also sent me a video about what to have for breakfast today, and she also sent me the recipe, so I'm gonna play the video of what's for breakfast right here.
For breakfast I chose Grießtaler for Kailin to try, and they are little flattened balls that you fry up with some oil or butter, and I think the English word for grieß is semolina, but I'm not too sure. And I really love them because they are super easy to make and they're reminding me a lot of my childhood.
That is so fun. I have never cooked with semolina before. And so let's see how this recipe goes. This is going to be such a fun series, especially because I know that a lot of you are from different places in the world. So for example, Lisa's from Germany, and I know that you guys are just from all over the world. So it'll be really fun to try out some recipes that I'm just not used to, or your childhood favorites with ingredients that I've just never heard of. So let's make these Grießtaler. Is that how it was pronounced? Let's cook it. I'm so excited. All right, so for this recipe, you need semolina. I've never cooked with this in my life. This is corn semolina, so I hope it's okay. It's all they had at the store. An egg, a cup of cream cheese, and some sugar and cinnamon. So in our KitchenAid mixer, we're gonna add a cup of cream cheese, literally my favorite cheese ever, so good, and 1 cup of semolina. Let's add this bad boy in. So this is what the dough looks like after, I don't know, like 5 minutes of mixing. I'm gonna let it sit for 10 minutes as per Lisa's instructions, and then we're gonna fry them up in some butter. Also, I won't be cooking all of the recipes in one day, so if my outfit changes, if my makeup changes, you know, just roll with it. For this series, I'm just gonna film when I can throughout the week and trying these recipes on different days, but there will always be a breakfast, lunch, dinner, and either a dessert or a snack. But yes, I am super excited. This smells great. It's unlike anything I've ever had before, so my hopes are pretty high at this point. So I'm just frying some up right now. I'm gonna make 3 for my boyfriend and then 3 for myself as well. And then I also just cut up and washed some fruit over here because who doesn't like fruit with breakfast, you know? I'm so excited. I am so excited. Everything looks absolutely divine, delicious, you name it. So this is the final product, and I have to say that it looks pretty damn gorgeous. Like, she just looks absolutely stunning. Wow, can't believe I did that. Just me admiring how beautiful they are. Let's see how Lisa did, okay? Let's see. Looks kind of like cornbread, but like pancakes. That's a really interesting texture. I really like that. And I find it does taste like cornbread. I don't know if it's because I used corn semolina, so maybe it's supposed to taste a little bit different, but I'm also gonna try to add some maple syrup because it's not super sweet. So let's see how that tastes. I would give this recipe a 8 on 10. I'm very impressed, and I will see you tomorrow for the lunch recipe. Hello, as you can tell, it is the next day and I am ready for some lunch. So let's see what, did my lighting just change? Yes. All right, we are back. We are better than ever. Like I said, so hungry. So let's see what Lisa has on the menu for us.
For lunch, I chose something super quick and easy. It's a pita bread with some falafel and veggies.
You heard her, pita bread, falafel, veggies. I am so glad Lisa chose this recipe. I need something super quick and easy, and like she said, it is both of those things. So Andrew was a doll and he picked me up some pre-made falafel from one of our favorite like Lebanese places. I couldn't find any pre-made falafel at the grocery store. I know that some grocery stores have like aisles of frozen food, and we have that, but just no falafel. So I've got some here. I'm just going to place them in my wrap like so. And in the written instructions that Lisa gave me, she says that she likes to mix a little bit of lettuce with balsamic vinegar and add that into the wrap with some hummus and some Greek yogurt. So I've got some plain Greek yogurt, some hummus. Actually, I think this is garlic Greek yogurt. And then I'm just gonna serve it with some veggies and hummus on the side and call it lunch. We'll do a little taste test, you know, all the good stuff. First things first, I'm just going to chop up some lettuce. Going to mix in some balsamic vinegar. So in the wrap, we have some beautiful falafel, reminds me of a snowman. Add in some of this lettuce. I'm gonna add some hummus. Then I'm gonna add this sauce as well. The beautiful wrap is done. Now we're just gonna add some veggies on the side. And this is the lunch that Lisa came up with. I'm pretty sure she's a genius because this took me 5 minutes. It smells absolutely divine. Let's see how she tastes. I've had falafel before, but I don't think I've actually ever had it in the form of a wrap. I've kind of just had it as a platter. So let's see how this goes. Oh my God. Oh my God. Mixing the lettuce with balsamic vinegar and adding it in, game changer. This is a perfect lunch. 10 on 10, tastes delicious. I honestly don't know if it'd be that good if I made the falafel myself, but 100% would recommend. And also, I am so excited for the snack slash dessert that we're making next. So I know you're gonna see it in like 3 seconds, but it looks so good. So I'm so excited to share it with you, but I'm going to enjoy my delicious lunch. I'm going to eat this right out. I'm gonna eat it all in like 10 minutes. And I'm excited to share the next recipe with you. I hope you're enjoying this video so far. If you are, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Yeah, stay tuned. We've got 2 more recipes to go. Hello, my beautiful friends. It is some time later, and let's see what beautiful Lisa has for us when it comes to a snack, a dessert, you know, the good stuff.
And as a snack, I wanted Kailin to try to bake my favorite recipe. And it's a cheesecake brownie with some cherries on top. And I really love it because I think it's the perfect combination. Cheesecake brownies.
Doesn't get better than that. Let's get cooking with some cherries. Chef's kiss. So as Lisa suggests, we are going to start off with the cherry compote. So I looked in the store everywhere for cherry juice and I couldn't find any, so I just made my own. Some of these are just the cherry juice from frozen cherries that I kind of, you know, squished out of them. And then the rest is just some blended cherries. So that's what we're working with. Hopefully we get the same results, but we'll just have to wait and see. Cooking is an experiment. Life is not that serious, so it's okay if we mess up. But anyway, a cup of cherry juice. Let's put her in a pot. So we have our beautiful pot. We're gonna add in our cherry puree slash juice. Next, we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of sugar and also 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. I really don't wanna stain this with cherry juice, so I'm gonna take off my little Sherpa and we're gonna put on a little apron together, okay? Little cooking outfit, just a sports bra from Forever 21, and these leggings are from American Eagle, and I really, really like them. That took me way too long to tie. I think that took me an embarrassingly like 2 minutes. This is just the sugar, cornstarch, and cherry juice. I'm feeling like extra professional with this apron, so. And I just wanna say that in the past, this kind of dessert would have just brought me so much anxiety. Cheesecake, brownies, this sweet compote all in one. You can bet your sweet, delicious bottom that I would have never touched it, never made it, never ordered it in a restaurant. So this is to growth, to self-improvement. Also, I don't think I've announced on this channel yet, But I have some very exciting news. I am currently enrolled in school to become an eating disorder coach. So soon I will have my credentials, I will have my license, and I will be able to help any of you who need something a little bit more intimate, something a little bit more hands-on that can hopefully be helpful for you in your recovery. Anyway, she's looking real thick, so we're gonna add the cherries in and then just put her to the side. Some delicious cherries. I feel like I put too much cornstarch. Like, it's pretty goopy, but let's try it anyway. A little goopy, but you know what? You win some, you lose some, it's okay. Now we're gonna work on the cheesecake filling. If you know me, you know I love cream cheese. I love cheesecake. It used to be one of my biggest fear foods ever, so I'm really glad that I'm incorporating it into this video. So let's make some cheesecake. So this is probably one of the easiest cheesecake recipes that I've ever seen. It calls for quark, but she said I can also use cream cheese. I don't know what quark is, so I'm just gonna use extra cream cheese, some sugar, cornstarch, and vanilla. So super simple ingredients, and she's gonna do all the work. So really, I'm just sitting back and watching, but let's put everything into our little KitchenAid. And let's start her up. That's too fast. All right, she's had her time in there. We're gonna take her out. This is gonna be so good. I am already here for it. Quite the process, but I'm loving it. Let's make some brownies now. So in this pot, there is half a cup of butter, and I'm going to add 4.2 ounces of dark baking chocolate. And we're just going to cook that together until it all melts and is gooey and delicious. So the chocolate is looking absolutely divine. We are going to continue on to the next step of making the brownies. A cup of flour, a pinch of salt, half a teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda. Give her a little whirl. Now we're gonna add in our butter and chocolate mixture, some sugar, some eggs, and some milk. This looks absolutely stunning. So these are my options. I'm going to measure them and we'll see which one's best. Hello, I am back. We are going to attempt to fit everything in this, I think it's 8x8 dish. We'll see how it goes. If she overflows a little bit, then she overflows a little bit. Like I said, we cannot win them all. So I'm greasing mine quite generously. Lisa told me to use parchment paper, and I just do not have any parchment paper in my house. So we will be scooping these out later and just enjoying them that way. First things first, we're gonna add our brownie batter in. Now we're gonna add the cheesecake on top. There we go. So now we're gonna add some of our cherry compote on top. It doesn't look beautiful, but it's probably something I did. But I'm sure it's gonna taste great, so we're gonna put it in the oven, and then we'll do a taste test later tonight. Cleaning up is my least favorite part, but at the same time, it's gotta be done. Messy kitchen, messy space, messy mind, you know? Are we on the same wavelength today, or does it just not faze you at all? Because I can't function in a messy space. So let's do this. Okay, so it might not be the most aesthetic. It doesn't really look like her photos, but it smells absolutely divine. So I am going to cut a piece, hold on. So we've got the beautiful brownie cheesecake cherry concoction. I know it was supposed to cool, but I couldn't wait, so that is next level good. I feel like this would be even better cold, if that makes sense, so I will update you tomorrow if it was better then as well. Hello, another day, another recipe, so let's see what Lisa has planned for us today. This is the last recipe in the video, and I'm really looking forward to it.
For dinner, I chose something that is really common where I live, and I chose semmelknödel with mushrooms. And semmelknödel are just made out of white bread, some egg and milk. But for today, I chose the vegan version because I think you can totally do it as a vegan recipe and it actually tastes the same. I really hope that Kailin will enjoy this recipe because it's my favorite food and I think it's just a really comforting meal.
I'm really excited to make this. I don't think I've ever made anything quite like this ever in my life. So I'm really looking forward to it, and I love that it's her favorite food. I'm really liking this series so far. I just think that it's a really nice way to be able to connect with you guys and try some foods that are meaningful to you, that perhaps we don't really have here in Canada. And also, I just want to say that those brownies that I made, those cheesecake brownies, were so incredible once they had completely cooled. They were ooey and gooey, filled with cheesecake and cherries, and I just have to say it was amazing. But anyway, let's cook this recipe. I am having the recipe in half, mainly because I don't have enough bread, but yeah, let's do it. So here I just have some wheat bread. So I'm going to cut this into slices and put it into my favorite little yellow bowl here. And here I warmed up some soy milk. I'm just using this original brand. Also, I really like that this recipe is vegan. As you guys know, I'm just trying to be a little bit more plant-based. I don't label myself, just trying to find some new recipes. But anyway, I poured the warm soy milk over the bread, and we're gonna let this sit for around 10 minutes. With a lid on top. I'm just going to use my cutting board, and now we are going to cut up some onions, which sounds really, really good. I always cry a little bit, but I love onions. The tears, it's all worth it. So I have a pan over here on medium heat, and I'm just going to add in some olive oil. We're also going to add our onion. Excuse the weird reflection that's coming in right now from the windows, but I love the smell of onion and garlic. Probably one of my favorite scents out there, you know? Top notch. So I've got the bread over here. I'm going to add in our grilled onions, some parsley, some salt, and also lastly, something that I hardly cook with is nutmeg. So I'm interested to see what kind of flavor this gives to the dish. I'm just gonna mix it. I know I'm gonna have to go in with my hands too, but I'm just starting off with a spoon. This is what it looks like when it's all mixed up, and now I'm going to drop these into a pot of salted water. And the water boiled, and then I brought it back down to a simmer, and these have to boil for like 15 minutes until they float to the top. Very outside of my comfort zone, something that I've never really made before, but it kind of smells really good. Anything with onions smells delicious. And while these boil, we are also going to make a homemade mushroom sauce. So to our pan that we had the onions in, I just put some oil, and we're gonna add another small onion in there with some garlic. And now in here, I'm just gonna add some white mushrooms and some brown cremini mushrooms as well. I'm also gonna add in a splash of white wine. So now in our little handy dandy measuring cup, we're gonna add some vegetable broth. We got the goods. Let's just add her in some soy sauce. So I added in some flour, and we're just going to mix this all together. So now we're gonna add this veggie broth, flour, soy sauce mixture to our mushrooms, onions, garlic, and wine. And we're gonna let that cook off for a little bit, add some soy creamer, and then we're basically done. So now I'm gonna add in some soy creamer. Mine is from the Silk brand. And I'm gonna let this simmer for around 10 minutes, and I'll show you guys the final product. Hello, so I messed up somehow, I think, but let us taste the creation that I've made. The bread mixture came out super soggy, and I had a bunch of pieces. The water wasn't boiling, so I don't know if I added too much of something or not enough of something, but here is the verdict. That sauce is pretty fire. This reminds me a lot of stuffing, and I really love stuffing, like around Thanksgiving or Christmas time and stuff like that, but I didn't think I would like this as much as I did. I think I might have messed up by maybe boiling them just a little bit too long. I'd give this recipe like an 8 on 10. It's really, really yummy. So that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. It was so fun to try new recipes, and also to be able to include one of you in a video was really, really special to me. If you yourself would like to participate in one of these videos, then make sure to leave me a comment down below, and also make sure to comment your Instagram handle so I'm able to contact you in some way. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you want to stick around for more, make sure to subscribe down below, and you can also give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Reading your DMs on Instagram and comments on my videos always makes my days, so thank you so much if you take your time out of your day to reach out to me. And a special thank you to Lisa for helping me put this video together. I really appreciated you, your recipes. You were absolutely stunning, and everything you suggested was absolutely delicious. My favorite recipe was probably those brownies. They were just amazing. But I hope to see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye.